You get to be human. That is your basic human right. No one will ever get to take that away from you. You get to be human. You were, for better and for worse, raised in a world where it wasn't okay for you to be human. All of you were. Actually, that's one of the things that brings you all together, is that your humanity triggered other people, and so you learned how to try to not be human. You tried to be superhuman, you tried to be invisible, you tried to not make any ripples or any wake anywhere you went so that no one could ever be mad at you, because the pain of being persecuted is excruciating. You've all had that experience. I have too. It's awful. And the healing is in allowing yourself to be human in real time. And the power of listening to receive, we think it's in how we think about what people are sharing with us, and it's actually in activating the heart muscle as a transmutational machine and receiving everything as love. Suddenly there is no such thing as bad behavior anymore. And it's not that you're blind to bad behavior, it's that your body doesn't take bad behavior in. Your body is converting that into energy. You're fed in a way. Because bad behavior is someone who's desperate to love. Actually, when I have bad behavior, it's because I'm frustrated, I feel hurt, I have fear, and all I want is to be seen and heard and loved in those moments. And man, I would be so blessed if someone could see my beauty and my brilliance when I am at my worst. What a gift. And I am so lucky to have had that experience. And I know what it feels like to be seen when I'm at my worst. And it is the most healing thing. And when you've had that experience, this is the tricky part, it becomes your responsibility to give other people that experience, because you know what it feels like. There are people who've lived their entire lives never being seen, heard, and felt loved. What a gift to offer them that experience so that they will never forget it. Because it feels so good. You would never want to push that away once you've received it, because it's like, oh boy, that is better than any drug out there. I know how hard it is to remember this when you're in the face of horrible behavior. To first have compassion for the pain that that person must feel to behave that way. And then to remember that this is, they're acting out in the way that a 2-year-old acts out. And in fact, that's very much what's happening, is that they've memorized this behavior since they were 2 and understood that that gets them the attention that they think that they want, but it's not the attention that they need. And it's really obnoxious in adults. It's also really obnoxious in children, but it's a lot easier to love in children because children don't really know any better, and we expect adults to know better, but the truth is that adults don't know better either. Until you give them the experience. And I mess this up all the time, but I have it as my personal mission to leave people in better condition than I found them. Because I want people to feel graced and seen. Because I would not be where I am if someone didn't do that for me many times. I've had so many people who have done that for me in the past 5 years. And if they hadn't have done that, I would still be in the pits of despair where I was, helpless. I was so desperate. And it took powerful people to be like, I see you. When I was being an asshole. And so I have a pretty passionate sense of responsibility that I have to pay that forward. Because it is liberating. It reminds me, has anybody seen Moana? Oh my God. Homework assignment. It's a Pixar movie. about this little South Pacific island girl who's called to the ocean. It is a wonderful movie. I've seen it probably at least a dozen times. And there is this dark evil that has taken over the islands, and she has to go out into the ocean to heal so that everyone can get their fish and the plants aren't dying anymore. And there's a scene at the end where she's about to get attacked by Tafiti, who's this evil demon. And she sings to this demon, "I know who you are." And she points to this demon's heart. And this demon softens and is still. And then she restores the heart of Tafiti. I'm giving away the ending, but please watch it. The whole planet is restored, and she turns into this graceful, wonderful plants, island, green, magic, flowers, happy, peace. It's a beautiful movie. I cry every single time I see that scene. And it's because it's exactly how it works. That is how you dismantle that awful energy. And sometimes people aren't willing, and then you have to walk away. You've also had that experience. But people are more desperate than we realize, and if you can be gentle with them and you can see them where they cannot see themselves, it's like being fed and nourished in a place that you had no idea you were hungry.